Welcome to the first Demarcation Media, what am I calling this? Tank review, I guess? Tank review. Because maybe I'll do more tanks, maybe I'll eventually do other brands, but this was sent to me by Reobrix. Now, I had not heard about Reobrix before this, but I certainly had heard about World of Tanks, and that's what this is based off of. So, there probably is going to be people in the comments saying whether or not this is accurate to the real life TOG II, but this is based on World of Tanks. So if you have any gripes about the design, we can talk about that and why World of Tanks made the design this way, because this is, from what I can tell, accurate to World of Tanks. So let's go ahead, take a look at this box. Big thank you to Reobrix for sending this along. They have no influence on anything I say about this set. You can't buy good reviews on this channel. This box has actually a really nice premium feel. The tank itself is like raised, and you can see it's a different texture than the rest of the material, which I thought was really cool. It really makes it stand out. It really makes it feel premium. My shipping obviously was a little bit rough. You can see the box is a bit dinged up, but it held together pretty well. It says it includes a bonus code for in-game. You can see around the side we got measurements. Around the back we get a pretty simple just list of the features, and then around here a bunch of stuff that nobody reads. So let's go ahead and get this open. Now, I have never played World of Tanks. It's something I've seen, but I've never played it. If they want to sponsor a video someday, then I would play it. Heck, if they wanted to, I would do a live stream trying it out for the first time. But that's only if they want to actually, sponsor the video, because I don't got time to just be doing game stuff like that for free. Oh, there's more than one piece of tape. But yeah, I used to play a tank game. It was not a realistic one. It was very much sci-fi tanks. And I thought it was a lot of fun. I haven't played it in a while because, Halo. But, oh, I didn't have to do that. It's not a hinge. I opened to both sides for no reason. All right. So, it all comes out just like that. Yeah, box does not hinge open. I thought it did for some reason. Oh, we do have numbered bags. Holy moly. It's almost like, yeah, interesting. It's like numbered bags and then little bags. And then the instructions are surprisingly small, and they are packaged up just all nice in here. This is 1/30th scale. Graphic design looks pretty nice. Instructions look pretty easy to follow. Oh, and there's stickers. Interesting. Okay, very interesting. So we'll see how those are to put on. So this will have been built live. For those of you who play World of Tanks, here you go. That is the code if you want to pause and yoink it. Oh, interesting. There's multiple codes. Okay. So there you go if you want them. Yeah, this will have been built live. I'll put the card up in the corner, and we will come back as soon as this is all put together. And there is the completed product, and holy crap, that was a painful build. Like, I was expecting it to be a little rough around the edges, but wow, this took me so long. The design in some places barely works, and also I'm used to the quality of like fun hole pieces, which is essentially up to Lego standard at this point, at least up to Mega standard, if not more. And this is not there. The tolerances are all right. The pieces feel all right, but then fitting some things together is a pain. But then at the same time, after you fit that really hard to fit together piece, it falls off again easily. So we'll talk about that more later. I did want to talk about, you do get some extras. You get some extra Technic bushings and a bunch of extra treads, which is good because these are super soft and break easily. And then you get a Technic peg. Now this is not actually an extra. This is meant to actually go inside of the engine compartment. But because it's this piece, they chose to copy this piece, which is in Lego's catalog already doesn't stick down well. But they made it in all rubber, and that means it literally does not stay on, especially because you're supposed to have it bent. And so the force of the thing being bent just flings it off, so I can't even get this piece to stick on. So the build was rough. Also, I thought that there was a massive sheet of stickers, and I thought they were really poorly cut, okay? So I was not happy with the stickers at all. Come to find out later, they're actually dry transfer decals, which is awesome, but nowhere in the instructions, nowhere on the sticker sheet, nowhere on the box does it say that they're dry transfers. You just kind of have to be familiar with dry transfers and then realize that that's what you're looking at. So yeah, it was more info would have been good. So let's go ahead and take a look at the features of this thing. The most obvious spot to start would be the turret. It can rotate a full 360, but it kind of catches on the uneven parts below it because all the pieces aren't sitting flush. But you can get a full 360, and then the barrel can elevate. It does look pretty nice in that little slot, so it can go up and down. Again, if you're not careful, you're going to end up popping it off because there's not a peg going through here. There really should be, but no, it's just a single stud. So there is that. And also this, this whole assembly tends to come off pretty easily. So basically you just have to be ultra careful with it and just carefully move it over the sticky bits. You do have this additional gun sticking out the front, but it can't really move or do anything. It's just there. It's a little window. And then here you have doors, or like, I don't know what you really want to call them. They're like ports so that you can see inside, and there is like a seat in there. However, there's not really any way to properly get inside there. So like trying to put Mega figures in there or Lego figures or anything is nearly impossible. Like I don't really know what they were thinking. I guess it was just supposed to be there. You can see it a little bit through here, and cool. That's just kind of how it has to be. But yeah, getting a figure inside there, no can do. Not without taking apart the whole top turret. And once you take that off, putting it back on is painful. So there's two little spots here that you can remove to get access to interior. Or I guess not really interior. It's kind of engine detail. But this is kind of cool. I like the use of the lightsaber hilts there. And there's a built-up engine in there. Looks pretty cool. And then this one also comes off. I said it comes off. There we go. There's some more engine detail. That pipe is supposed to be down in here, but again, it just really won't fit. It just won't. There's just no getting it to fit. I struggled with it for way too long. So this fits on by just the two studs in the center there, so that will peg down and fit into place. This fits on via the studs there, so it's only two. So that can come off decently well. And then of course there is the moving treads. However, they're a bit sticky and you really need a rough surface to roll them on. Like I can't really roll it here, but that's a problem with most buildable tanks that I've experienced anyway. So I don't feel like that's a knock against this model in particular. If you happen to figure out that these are in fact dry transfer decals, they do look pretty awesome. And you even got a little TOG II thing at the front. There is plenty of detailing all over the turret. There's some on the top there. It's pretty nice. Like it does look very nice when you get everything all, situated. But yeah, they really needed to tell you that, because I just thought they were crappy stickers the entire time. Okay, so size. How big is this thing? The obvious comparison we had to do here is the Mega Scorpion. So you can see the Scorpion is significantly shorter than the TOG here, and it's wider. So size-wise, TOG is bigger. This guy's wider. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty sizable tank. I will say that much. And that does look kind of cool side by side. The scale feels a little different, but I will say putting Mega figures next to this is not bad. And then just for kicks, what else do I have nearby? Here's a Blockies Classic Class Optimus Prime, because why not? And then here is a Terminator Genesis Spider tank And that looks terrifying, actually. That's actually kind of a cool mix, though. Like, I don't know, that's cool. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a vague idea of size. It is pretty big, and overall it is a pretty decent in terms of like shelf presence. To end off, I wanted to discuss the price and also the oddness surrounding this model. So first, the price. This thing is being sold for $60, and I have to say that feels really, really steep for how rough the build process is. You know, I don't want to spend $60 and just struggle to get this thing put together and wonder if I'm even going to be able to get it put together. And then, of course, without telling us that there's dry transfers and all that sort of stuff, the parts quality, 60 is a no. 40, maybe. 60, absolutely not. That's just too much. Like, you can't charge that much of a premium price for something that is not premium in finish. Size-wise, it feels like it could be 60 if everything else was up to snuff, but it's a little under par here. And then also, I've heard many odd things about Reobrix. I have heard many rumors, hints. I heard the CEO is wanted in Europe. I've heard that they steal mock designs from Lego mock creators and don't pay them. And then this particular model and all the other World of Tanks models seems to have also been sold to other brands. So like I found a couple other ones that basically had the same exact everything. I just think they had their name on the box instead. So it seems like World of Tanks obtained these designs and essentially commissioned other companies to produce them and sell them under their names. So there's a lot of weirdness. This is like the side of off-brand Lego stuff that I don't always love. Like with Funhole, they're clearly doing their own thing. They're doing some awesome stuff. This gets into the murky world of, well, was it a stolen design to begin with? Was it not a stolen design? Who actually is selling it? So it's hard. It's genuinely hard for me to recommend this when I don't know how ethical the creation of this was. It's kind of cool. Not for $60 though. It looks great. It looks great with mega figures. I think it would work great in the background of a photo, but yeah, it's not as polished as I was hoping. Also, I guess I forgot to remove one of the dry transfer things. Actually, let me show you what that looks like real quick. So you can see there's still plastic here. It looks like a poorly done sticker, but once you stick it down nice and solid, you then carefully peel up that plastic, and then the end result is essentially what looks like a print and feels a bit like a print. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this tank? Not really. I feel bad saying that because I don't often like just straight up saying I don't recommend something, but there's a lot about this that makes me go, I don't know if I can in good conscience recommend you buy it, since I don't really know how honest the company is, because then I get worried about whether you guys are gonna have issues with them actually, you know, sending you the product or whatever. And like I said, that build stream was painful. If you really want to see that, like, go and watch it, go skip through it. You'll see the struggles. Part of it was my own fault. Part of it was just this thing is difficult to put together. So it looks awesome, way overpriced, and has a very murky background. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.